Welcome to Understanding Mental Health Forensics, Module 3, Hospitals. The learning names of Module 3 are to understand what happens on admission to hospital, explore what is meant by good practice and consent, and to look at the key roles in forensic healthcare. Assessments will be undertaken with the individual regarding their offence, offending behaviour, whether the individual feels remorse or guilt, insight into the incident, and understanding of what happened. Risk assessment is understanding the level of risk that an individual may present to self or others, and it's a fundamental part of his or her overall assessment. Risk assessment is an examination of the context and detail of past risk incidents in light of current circumstances. From this, the assessor tries to extrapolate predictions of the future likelihood of risk behaviours. Risk assessment includes the risk of harm to self, to others, to children or vulnerable adults, or risk of harm from others. Risk assessment in any situation involves, in essence, asking the following questions. What harmful outcome is potentially present in this situation? What is the probability of this outcome coming about? What risks are probable in this situation in the short, medium and long term? What are the factors that could increase or decrease the risk that is probable? And what measures are available whose employment could mitigate the risks that are probable? A psychiatric report will involve providing evidence that the individual experiences a mental illness which may require compulsory treatment in hospital. Multi-agency reports, for example police, prison and probation reports, are relevant to the assessment process. They aim to provide a past and current assessment of the nature and causes of a defendant's offending, the likelihood of reoffending, and the risk of harm to the public. Individual forensic healthcare services are stratified according to the risk the service users present and are often described as comprising high, medium, and low levels of security. High security is a level of security necessary for those service users who pose a grave and immediate danger to others if at large. Security arrangements should be capable of preventing even the most determined absconder. High secure services should only be provided in secure hospitals with a full range of therapeutic and recreation facilities within the perimeter fence, acknowledging the severe limitations on the use of outside services and facilities. Medium security is a level of security necessary for service users who represent a serious but less immediate danger to others. Shannon Clinic is a Northern Ireland regional medium secure unit linking with mental health services throughout Northern Ireland. It provides inpatient services for adults with mental illness who require intensive mental health treatment and rehabilitation within a structured, secure and therapeutic environment. Low security, low secure care is intended for service users presenting greater challenges of risk than those in the community or generic services, but who are less of a serious physical danger to themselves or others than those in medium security. In Northern Ireland currently, there is no high secure hospital. High secure provision is provided primarily by the State Hospital of Carstairs in Scotland for male and Rampton High Secure Hospital in England for female. Good practice and consent. For consent to be valid, the service user must have received sufficient information to make that decision, have the mental capacity to make it, and not be acting under duress. Mental capacity relates to an individual's ability to make a particular decision. In England and Wales, there is a statutory Mental Capacity Act, which, although not applying in Northern Ireland, does provide a good guide to practice. There are some key roles in forensic healthcare settings. First of these is the role of the consultant forensic psychiatrist. A consultant forensic psychiatrist is a doctor of medicine who has completed a general training in psychiatry and has membership of the Royal College of Psychiatrists. In addition, he or she has completed a 3-year specialist higher training in forensic psychiatry. The role of the nurse. The nurse working in forensic healthcare settings needs to consider illness, crime, morality, treatment, containment, and possibly punishment. Many nurses are trained in psychological treatments and actively engaged in supporting group and individual work in forensic healthcare settings. Next is the role of the clinical forensic psychologist. Forensic psychologists are trained to apply psychological theory to help understand the psychological problems associated with criminal behaviours and to help individuals stop offending. This includes conducting assessments of an individual's problems associated with their offending behaviour, assessing the risk of offending again in the future, and the treatment of individuals who have committed an offence. The occupational therapist in forensic healthcare setting, this role is based on evidence and engagement in meaningful everyday activity is important for promoting health, reducing symptoms of mental illness, and reducing or managing risk and offending behaviour. The role of the social worker is to improve, enhance, and where appropriate to protect the social well-being of a wide range of people who may be vulnerable or experience social exclusion. Approved social workers are qualified and experienced social workers who have participated in additional training to be assessed as competent to carry out the specific duties as set out in the Mental Health Northern Ireland Order 1986. This is a multidisciplinary team which works together. For all roles, it is important to know who is my loved one's key worker, who can I contact about day-to-day life, and who can I contact for more serious interventions. What is the best way to contact them? Mental Health Review Tribunal was set up under the Mental Health Order 1986 and it reviews the case of those compulsory retained. More details can be included in the additional information we have provided. Let's review the learning aims of Module 3. To understand what happens on admission to hospital, to explore what is meant by good practice and consent, and to explain the key roles involved in forensic healthcare. Module 1 was about forensic mental health, Module 2 about police and courts. This module was about hospitals, and the fourth module is about the carer's role.